Hey everybody, before beginning this video, make sure you guys join Mahzu Studio. That's my new development studio. Basically, every new game I upload from now on, or publish from now on, will be here. So make sure you guys support me and join Mahzu Studio. Thank you very much, because I'm broke and I don't have any of Robux for sponsorships and all that stuff. So just be here, so make sure you join. But let me guys show you a little sneak peek of what I'm working on. So let me just come here. Alright, so right here. Okay, so basically, okay. Here's my blowing it. Wait, pause. Hold on. Sorry. Anyways, so basically there's a whole system in work. So let's say I have a yeah. So basically you can just blow people. Wait. Okay. Anyways, you can blow people away and so let's just equip this. Of course I'm equipping it already. All that stuff and there's a whole like supporters. If you donate, you get coins, and it shows up here how much you bought, and the whole crate system too. So let me show you this little thing right here. So basically, it does that little spinny thing. All right, so spin, 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 boom, and I guess so magma dryer exotic. So I got a dryer. And it should add it to my inventory. I'm pretty sure everything should be pop up now. Yeah, here's all my actual data. So here's all my actual stuff. And look at the shadow dryer, guys. Look how cool that is. So it does that. So you get it saves and all that stuff. And that coming in 2 weeks. So make sure you guys join my studio to see when it comes out. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into the actual system. All right, so let me just see if the audio is working. It's the third time I record this, guys. All right, here we go. So basically, I've been scrolling YouTube. I've been showing, but I haven't seen an actual good looking egg hatching system in terms of UI, and I don't know, not even like the whole system itself. Like I haven't seen a good one. All right, so basically I took it upon myself. Obviously, maybe there's some out there. Maybe there was some out there that I didn't see, but I took it upon myself to make you guys something that you guys can use in your game. Obviously, this one doesn't, once you get the pet, it puts it in a personal inventory for a specific player. But obviously, it doesn't save, or you can't equip, or all that stuff. If you guys want to see that, like the video, I might upload part 2 with the whole, inventory loading, unloading, equipping the pets when you leave the game, and when you rejoin the game, I'll equip the last pet that you left with. The whole system itself, you can use for your simulator games, obviously. If you guys want to see that, let me just hit the like button, and I'll see if you guys want it. All right, so let me just show you guys how this works. Let me look at my coins here. Okay, so basically when you walk up to an egg, it'll show a little, the display of what pet you can get from the egg. Okay, obviously in terms of service for Roblox, it requires you to show the percentages of like what they can get from the egg, especially if it's the Robux. If it's something you have to buy with Robux, they require you to show it, I'm pretty sure. So there you go. So let's say common egg. Okay, so I'll do E to hatch. Okay, E to hatch. So basically I just click E. I'll do a little spin with the egg model. So just do a little spin, of course, with the CSGO sound, obviously subtracted from the currency here. And then boom, I got a white cat uncommon. Cool. Alright, so that's that. It shows the name of the pet and the rarity. So if I do Shrek, obviously there's only one thing here. So obviously it'll only show Shrek. And of course Shrek is a legendary. Of course Shrek is a legend. So here with that. And boom, Shrek legendary. So it shows that. Of course Shrek has no face. All good. Every pet here is a placeholder. You guys can change it to whatever you want. Works similarly with this and all that. So yeah, that's the pet system. You can it's pretty customizable too. Make sure you watch the whole video for a whole quick explanation. And yeah, so basically what I should begin with, this whole game is open source in the description below, by the way. You guys don't have to worry about where to put everything, because I know a lot of my videos, you guys are wondering like where to put all the stuff. You guys get lost, that's why some things don't work, but the game is open source in the description, so there's that. Yeah, so basically let's start off with the main servers just for this part. So basically when a player joins, I'll make a folder and parent it to the server script service inventory server storage folder named inventory. So that's basically every time a player joins, it will say Pokecedgo. inventory, like for example me, it'll say Pokecedgo inventory. If player 2 joins, it'll do player 2 inventory, player 3 inventory. It'll just make a whole folder for that. Basically, every pet a person hatches or they acquire, it will show up in the folder called their name inventory. I can reference to that in the future, or you guys can reference to it too for saving or loading. If you guys know how to make it, you can just reference to that folder. But basically, everything, every person, every pet a person owns would be in that folder. Okay. Obviously, simple leader stat system with the coins. Obviously, you guys can make your own leaders more reliable data store system for saving. Here's just a basic one. It saves, it does the job, but you guys obviously can do your own. Okay, so now let's get into the actual explanation. So first thing I have to explain is the eggs itself. Okay, so basically eggs, you can do whatever eggs you want. If you want to add a new egg, just control D, and of course add a new folder here with the exact same name, and inside that folder put whatever acquirable pets that you want the player to get from that egg. And obviously each pet has a rarity string value, which you can change to whatever you want. Common, uncommon, rare, legendary would be the only ones available right now, but I explained there in the video and how you can add more. It's really straightforward. So yeah, there's that. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Basically, when you add a new egg, I do require you to have a certain setup. Okay, so first thing is it has two values, price and currency. Now what's cool is currency, because simulator games doesn't have one specific currency, right? It has like diamonds, coins, gold, silver, the whole asset. Okay, so I took it upon myself and give you guys a solid, and you can have certain currency for certain certain eggs. Okay, so if you want one egg to be only buyable with diamonds, you can make it diamonds. Just make sure you make the leader stats for it called diamonds. Okay, so you can obviously change to whatever price you want. Egg container is just any extra parts that's not the egg. So if you want a whole temple looking just for the display of the egg, you'd put it inside the egg container. And the egg mesh should be actually the egg itself that'll be displayed in the viewport. When they hash an egg. This can be a model, whatever you want. Make sure it's named egg mesh. It can be whatever you want, look whatever you want. Just make sure it's named egg mesh. Okay. UI is when you walk up to a player, it'll show up to wherever this is. So if you move it here, it'll show up here instead of here. It's pretty cool. You can just change it to whatever position you want. The little billboard UI displays the pets to show. And yeah, that's basically the whole setup for itself. Okay, so now let's get to the main script. Okay, so the egg system. This has sounds you can change to whatever you want. So if you want to change the sound from cha-ching to something else, you can change it. There's create opening sound, of course, CSGO. The winning sound, clicking sound, error. So you can change whatever you want. Okay. So let's get to the actual main script. So the hash. Okay. So here we go. So basically, this whole thing here, this whole thing right here, basically what it does is it looks in pets folder. It'll make a template and parent it, and it'll make a clone of the template and put it here of every single quote unquote pet, so every egg that exists. So it'll make a basic egg, park egg, Shrek egg, billboard GUI show here, and it'll fill it with it'll make templates of the available pets that you can get from that quote unquote egg. It's basically, I just did a whole demo in the beginning. Basically that's what it does. And obviously the importance of the UI here, make sure it's same UI. Basically, if the player gets a certain distance or away from a certain distance, it'll show/unshow the billboard GUI. So that's basically what it does. And of course, it's configurable right here and how close you want or how far you want the player to trigger the display. I make sure it's like nine or less, no greater. Maybe yeah, 9 or less, no greater. I'll mess something up. So yeah, so there's that. Right, the actual system itself. Okay, so it's pretty cool. So once a player clicks E, basically you play the click sound. Basically what this does is when you get close to an egg, right, it'll only show that specific billboard GUI. So I'm using that method. So it'll basically check which billboard GUI is enabled, and it'll change that find specific egg variable here to the name of the quote unquote egg. So if I'm near the basic egg, it will change this value to egg. Now I fire a remote function, hatch server, and everything remote event wise, all events will be found in the egg hatching remotes. It'll fire that, and it'll fire the find specific egg, aka the egg that the player wants to hatch. So that's when we go back to the main server. So basically what it does here, okay, so player data, cool. Here's the whole thing. So basically, I explained to you guys, there's currency, you can choose whatever you want, and price. Basically what this does is check if the player has enough, has greater or equals to, so if they have enough money of the specific currency that egg, that egg, the specific currency that the egg has. So diamonds, it will be diamonds. It'll check if they have enough diamonds, and of course, if they have enough of, have enough of something, I'll subtract it from their leader stats slash data store, um, of the price of the egg. Then it'll fire a function, not fire. It'll trigger a function called choose egg, with data. Basically, what it means by data is that the egg that they chose. So now here's the cool part. Okay, here's the function egg type. So assets, basically, this the folder pets, yeah, and it'll find which egg that they chose. So the egg type, aka the data of the egg that they chose. It'll click that. So here's the whole percentage system. So common is 50 out of 100, uncommon 20 out of 100. So if you want to add a new one, just make sure you like exotic or something. Same, just follow the same thing. Just make sure whichever has the last one, in terms whichever is last, make sure you don't have a comma. Make sure it has no comma. So since legendary is last, it'll have no comma. So it'll be 50% out of 100, 20%. I'm pretty sure it should be like 50 out of 100, then 20 out of 50, then 15 out of 20. But just make sure it doesn't go above 100, because mathematically, to be mathematically correct, you can't have percentage values to go over 100, right? Unless it's profits, then that makes sense. But percentage wise is always out of 100%. Since we're doing chances here, possibilities. Anyways, there's a whole possible rarities table here. So basically what this means is, let's say if you hatch a Shrek egg, right? A Shrek egg only has one pet with the rarity of legendary. So if it selects something like common, if it gets common, obviously there's no egg here that has the rarity of common. So what this does here is, if it does exist, found equals item. So found equals the rarity that they got, or the item, right? And yeah, so right. And else, that means it's not a possible rarity. That means, like, say if it got common, obviously rarity common, the rarity of common doesn't exist in the Shrek egg. If I open the Shrek egg, so what this does, it'll randomly select all possible rarity, all possible rarities. It'll find an egg of the possible rarities from the egg, and it'll put found equals that of that randomly selected one it's instead. So it's a little safe check. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, here's this common, uncommon, rare, legendary. Obviously, if you add something else, you just do else if found equals say exotic, then just copy this thing. Just make sure you know the basics of scripting. Everything is self-explanatory. Yeah, so it does that. Return the selected item. Now we go to the main part here. So basically, if the result doesn't equal to no, that means there's something. It'll make a little it'll make a string value of the name, but the name of the egg that they got or hatched. And basically once it does, like I said, there's a whole inventory, like the player's name inventory, it'll parent it to that. So every egg that they get hatched, it'll be a string value of whatever they got in their personal folder. So it'll return it with the result. So now we go to this part. So if success equals true, obviously success, there's something. Print, and if record doesn't equal to then there's something. Just little safety checks. Get rarity, remote function. Basically what this does is it just gets the rarity of the specific egg. So if it's rare, uncommon, all that stuff, it gets that, plays the sound. So basically now this whole part here is it hides the egg system and enables the crate opening system. And you can change this whatever you want. You can change the background to like an image too, and it actually moves. So you can change you can change it whatever you want. Basically, it's customizable. And rarity text, a wire text. Just a wire text would be the pet that they won. So I'm just change that from my dryer game. Rarity text to just don't. If you want to change the color, you can change that. Basically, uncommon, rare. It'll show the rarity. So first I'll get the egg mesh of the specific egg. That's why I said it can be whatever you want. Look, whatever you want. It could be a model. Just make sure it's called egg mesh. So I'll put that in the viewport. Do a little spinning. Play the crate opening sound. And here's the length of the crate opening sound. If you do change the crate opening to something else, makes this time length here 9 seconds. You can find it here. So if it's like 20 seconds or 10 seconds, like 20 seconds is a bit too long, but you can just change this value to that time length right here. Once after it does that, it'll then clear the viewport and then get the actual egg, the actual pet that they want from the folder here. I'll find it and display it in the viewport, displaying the pet that they want and the rarity of the pet that they want. It'll show that. So that's the rarity of the pet that they want, and that's the pet that they actually want. It'll show that. And after 5 seconds, you can use it to just a display length. So however long you want the UI to show what they want and stuff. I'll just change that. So after 5 seconds, it resets everything back. And obviously, if you're broke like me, if the player doesn't have enough money, it'll play the little error sound. Um, yeah. So there's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it actually. Of course, the crate opening, there's the viewport handle, and what's pretty cool is actually use the module I saw in dev forum, and basically, no matter what size the model is, it'll always fit it in the viewport. So that's that, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think there's nothing else to explain. I actually did this as a, guys, if you want to hit me up in Fiverr, I make custom scripts for, for a little price of money. But yeah, this is actually a Fiverr order of one of my customers. Obviously, it's not the exact same thing. I didn't use their models on other stuff. Obviously, I just remade it. But yeah, basically, this one of my custom Fiverr orders that I did, but without the exact same stuff that I use, obviously. But yeah, there's that. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see part two of the whole egg system, loading, equipping, all that stuff, saving all that inventory, um, like the video and comment below, and I'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys this helps you guys with your simulator projects in terms of the egg hatching system. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.